Now, the PuSh International Performing Arts Festival continues to push innovation and experimentation in its show. And so we have two guests with us today to give us a little bit of a preview. Tom Arthur Davis is the PuSh Festival's interim director of programming. Tom, hello there.
Hello.
And Fay Nass is artistic director of the Aphotic Theatre. Fay, hi, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So let's give us a little bit of an overview here. What sets PuSh apart from any other festival?
Yeah, I mean, we're an international festival, so we're bringing in stuff from all over the world. We have 13 countries represented in the works that we're presenting this year. There's 20 works. And, you know, these are all works that are like taking risks and, you know, bending form in really exciting ways. So, yeah, you're going to see some really cool, experimental, and really entertaining works at PuSh.
Okay, experimental, so we're talking theater, we're talking
we do the whole
arts?
gamut. So we do theater, we do music, we do multimedia, we do circus, we do dance. So yeah, there's really a whole bunch of stuff on display. And then also all the stuff in between, right? Because there's multidisciplinary works that it's so hard to categorize just as dance or just as theater.
But you must be inundated with people who want to be part of PuSh. How do you decide what goes in the festival this year?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're a curated festival, and I'm filling in for Gabrielle Martin. She's the regular director of programming at PuSh, and she's curated this festival, and she's done an amazing job. So she goes out and she sees works. Like she wants to be all over the world. So, you know, I was recently in Cairo. I've been to Edinburgh. She's been to Chile. She's been all over, like all over Europe and Belgium. And it's, you know, it allows us to kind of see perspectives from all over the place and go, okay, what's really exciting? What's really going to excite Vancouver audiences and bring it here?
Okay, now Fay, I'd love to hear more about one of your contributions to the festival this year, and this is the cafe.
Yes, so the cafe project actually was part of PuSh's programming last year, and then because of Omicron, it was kind of like, you know, canceled, and we're super lucky and excited that once again we're back. So it was a sold-out show that we premiered in partnership with PuSh as development, and in October, and we're back for 3 nights during the PuSh Festival. So it's a site-specific piece, choose your own adventure, co-produced by Aphotic Theatre, and it's a zoo theater. I wrote the concept a few years ago, like looking at this idea of art and life and the line that kind of like blurs between these two realities. And so there's 7 plays that are happening in a coffee shop. We commissioned 9 playwrights, 7 plays that 2 of them are co-written. And they basically look at, you know, dialogues that happen naturally in a coffee shop, looking at ideas of cultural differences, linguistic, sex, gender, sexuality. And I was always interested in this notion that we go to these public spaces and we have these rules that we should not eavesdrop, and what if we can give permission for audiences to be voyeurs and be able to actually have permission to listen into these conversations.
I love that, because sometimes I'm at a coffee shop with a friend and I say, shh, shh. Just do that little bit of a head wave behind, so you give us permission to do that. I like that.
Yes.
Now, what other kinds of collaborations can you highlight from this year's festival, Tom?
Yeah, sure. So we have lots of partners around the city. Partnerships is kind of what makes PuSh possible. Otherwise, you know, we wouldn't be able to afford to bring all these amazing shows to life. One of them is actually with Fay's other company, the Frank Theatre Company. We're doing 2 collaborations with you folks. One is on a show called Soliloquio, which is from an Argentinian indigenous artist named Tiziano Cruz. And it's a really bold, politically charged piece about being indigenous in Buenos Aires, and, you know, what does it mean to make art as an indigenous artist when the state doesn't really want you to exist in the first place. But it's also filled with so much like love and compassion. So it's actually just like a beautiful, like kind of like a warm hug, but also like really addressing some really big issues, which obviously will resonate with lots of audiences here. We have a lot of the same issues. And then we also have a thing called Club PuSh, which is like really a more relaxed vibe that people can go and kind of get a beer or, you know, non-alcoholic beverage, whatever your choice is, and see some like more cabaret-style performances. And we have 3 of those nights, and one of them is being curated by the Frank Theatre. if you
Oh,
want to chat
do
about
tell
that.
us more.
Sure, yes. We're very excited to work on both these pieces, like, co-presenting the piece that really means a lot to the Frank. The Frank is a LGBTQ2+ mandated theater company in Vancouver with a lot of focus on BIPOC artists and those that they have been standing on the margins of within queer community. So for the cabaret, we are really much focusing on drag performances, burlesque shows, music, and highlighting beautiful talent in the city of queer BIPOC artists that we have. And really excited to be back at the PuSh for the 2nd year. So do not miss it. It's going to be a really fun, wild night.
It sounds like
Yes.
it. It sounds like it. Fay, Tom, thank you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for pushing the limits, I guess, on art and creativity in the city as well. Have a great festival.
Thank you so much,
very
Gloria. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.